and got up there. And if my memory's right, baby, I need something to drink. Sing
Okay, I'll
anything in
go
this
pick
son of bitch
something.
shit, I'm about to die.
I'll get some.
Shit. And I remember, if I'm right, he may have got in debt with JG.
Because on that documentary, man, that documentary, it starts out like Mark saying, like, you know, he wanted that dude from the beginning, but he couldn't do it because that dude considered himself a blood.
Well, shit, evidently that was a lie because he did it.
Yeah, and he's saying it's not possible, man, for because that
Man, do you know how many times I've heard Mark tell me, not them, tell me, man, you make sure don't nobody tell them blood what I'm doing, man. You make sure you don't let JG and them know what I'm doing, man, because they talk too much. You make sure so and so don't find out what I'm doing, man.
but
And I mean
but
that's real talk.
and JG, man, well,
And
like
see, that was the kind of relationship me and him had. He could trust that I would go do that, cover his ass. Because bottom line is, if I ain't in that picture right there, you ain't got nothing. No boys, no money. You bum and coffee and cigarettes. You ain't got nothing. If I ain't there, when
so
I
he
come
didn't.
in that camp, you look like a dusty farm boy.
So how did he get up on his feet, man?
I got him up on his feet. I sat down and told him point blank. I said, "Hey man, I've been watching you move around the camp. You connected to a few people around here because I didn't know him, right?" I said, "From what I see," I said, "Look. Half these police up here, my homeboys, I can make anything in this camp happen." And I did that.
Yeah, I'm over here. We gotta run the store.
All
Ain't nothing.
right. So I did that, right? And let me back this out here.
There,
All right.
go ahead.
Yeah, I did that, right? So he
I can back up. Hey, thanks. I can't even back up.
shit, you just fell in the hole getting out of the damn Jeep.
I slid down.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing for me
I
to
just
drive.
I don't understand. I really don't, Noel. Really, for the life of me, I really do not understand what Mark is trying to gain right here. It don't make sense to me. You dwelling on something from so far back. Well, I mean, you trying to get some acting classes going? You trying to go to Hollywood or some shit?
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
because I mean, for real, because that's what he's acting like. Like this is just a. I mean, I can't see a damn thing back here.
See, I can see. You wouldn't let me back
That
up.
big ass hole right there. But yeah, I don't understand. I understand he's getting monetary gain. I understand that he's getting paid, and just like old boy said, controversy sells. And so that's pretty much what happens, right?
And explain to me, man, like a Friday night for Mark, man. Like, what was Mark's Friday night there, man? The line.
On Friday night for old Mark with him and Mendenhall laid up in the damn bed together, hugging all over each other, smoking pot and getting high and just being husband and wife. That was a Friday night for Mark, and a Saturday night, and a Sunday night, and a Monday, and a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday.
Yeah, so it was. I thought maybe it was Friday. It was just the Freaky
I
Friday or something.
told Mark myself. I told Mark 100 times to his face, that boy is gonna make you kill somebody, cause he has got your head that fucked up.
So because that documentary made it seem like he was really in love with Mendenhall, man. He was
Right.
he said
I know, but that speed right there will make this thing go to wobbling.
I ain't even going 10 miles an hour. Do you
But yeah, man, it to me, I still, man, I'm stuck on that. I can't make no sense of what he's doing, man, because it's stupid.
Yeah,
It's so transparent and stupid that you carrying on like this 25 years down the road. It just lets me know what are you hiding.
but how was he able to hide all this from his blood homeboys, man?
Baby. God damn.
Okay, man.
Yeah, pull over. I'm going to drive back.
Hopefully you don't crash, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I don't get this dude. I mean, if you gonna call me out and talk, we can sit down and talk like two grown men and act civilized. I ain't gonna get in no kangaroo ass jump around in the parking lot trying to cause a scene ass bullshit. I'm not finna do that.
Yeah, man. I mean, because it's just. I mean, y'all both grown men, man. I mean, y'all should be able to talk it
I
out.
mean, we're both grown men, and that's the whole thing right here. We're both grown men. I'm not
And
gonna entertain a child. I don't have any, and I ain't been trying to entertain none.
yeah, because I asked him, man. I'm like, man, because Allan said he was bench pressing. How much were you bench pressing back then, man?
Hit
285.
405. I hit 405, 8 sets of 8 back then.
Because Mark says y'all weren't working out, man.
The damn lie. Mark had to work out. He had to work out. All them sissies running all over him back then. He had to work out. If he didn't work out, he'd die. That's the bottom line, man. If he didn't work out, he'd die. Now here I am in a fucking parking lot.
Now you're out there looking like a crazy guy screaming, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't have that, man, if he didn't go out there and work out and exercise and eat like a horse, he'd die. Because he's blowing all his energy every night. So I mean, and what makes it so bad is I know that there's people out there watching this that were there with me and him.
Yeah,
so I know that there's other people out there that know what I'm saying and telling the truth, and I wish they would call. I know I ain't the only somebody from Limestone watching this.
Nah, man, there's a lot of people that just don't want to talk about it.
There's plenty of people talking about this. I know they are. You know they are.
Yeah, and that white blood, man. Like, how did that play out, man? Like, because that's part of the documentary. They say that Mark and JG, it's not possible for two dudes to be holding a dude at knife point in a cell.
Bullshit. It is possible. It happens every day in every town. It's very possible. I ain't the only two people that's done that. It's real possible for it to be done.
So after they did that to the white,
oh, let me plug this thing at the phone back in. All right, now do what now, Noel?
That white blood, Johnny.
Right.
After what they did to him, did you see him back on the block just being another Mindy?
No, not another Mindy. Mindy was more like a sissy than a fuckboy, right?
Okay.
Wore the tight clothes and the panties and the damn laundry bags and all that shit. Where Johnny was more I just stay in the cell and I'm undercover with this.
Okay, but it wasn't by choice. Yeah, it wasn't by choice with Johnny, right?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't by choice.
Yeah,
man, listen. 90% of the people that's involved that do not choose that. They don't choose that. What a lot of them do is get in there and say, okay, I'm weak. I ain't got no heart. I ain't going to fight. So, and I'm not going to go to lockup because I want to get high and I want to have fun. I want to do that, and other. So, since I'm all this and I want to do all this and I can't do that, I'm going to let this big black guy over here that's got all the big blood behind him, I'm going to go and let him fuck me in the ass anytime he wants to because he can take the heat and keep me high and they ain't going to let shit happen to him. That's how a lot of that shit goes, right? That's how a whole lot of it goes. And then you got the ones that they'll stalk them, see what kind of drug they use, and that type of shit. And once they find out the drug that they're using, they'll present it to them and show it to them, and they'll hook them on it. Well, I'll give you this. We'll let you run up the tab. And we'll run the bill up to so and so and so and so, and you pay it by such and such date. The money don't come on that day. So here it is. Now you got a week. Now it's double.
Wait a second.
Okay. You got a week. Now it's double. Mom and Daddy done sent too much money now. They can't send no more. And that's how that goes from that point on. Well, I gotta have mine, so this is what you gotta do. No, this is what you gonna do.
And how much would a boy cost you, man? Like if you wanted a boy for yourself, or
Man,
you
most of them, shit, a top piece of Suboxone. A piece of Suboxone you can't even see. And I get it on some of them behalf. And boys want to smoke and drink and all this, that. And they may not have families at home. So they get into it. They get with somebody to take care of them. They give them what they want. They get what they want. It ain't no different than what's going on the streets. None whatsoever. It's just in a smaller place and there ain't no women.
Yeah. So
it's not. They're not forcing them to do it like that anymore. It's not that way anymore.
What do you say that stop?
Well, because the younger generation come in, and then here come the cell phones. So now you get in debt and all this, that, and other. You can't transfer to another camp because they're gonna know where you're going before you get there. You know, and then they send the goon squad at you and all this, that, and other. So it's not gonna stop. And now on the debt paying deal, now you don't pay your debt now. It ain't no homosexual. Them youngsters gonna come and they're gonna kill you. Literally, you're gonna get stabbed to death right there in the floor about them $25 that you owe.
Yeah, I think now.
And that's the way it is now. And see, I was locked up through all of that, both parts of it.
The old and the new.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. For an older convict, the new's hard to deal with, man. I mean, you get the average inmate in there now is under 27 years old with 35, 40 years or more. So they ain't giving a fuck. They ain't got shit to lose. And you know, and in parts of it, I can't say as I blame them. Because in the end, that was built. In the end, the bullshit brings the good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does, man.
I agree. Bullshit to bring about changes.
So if let's say JG wanted to buy Mindy, man, off of Mark, how much you think JG would have paid Mark for him?
Oh, just straight up bought him from him.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd been $400 or $500. $400
or $500.
Yeah, and I mean penny for penny. I don't mean a $5 pack of cigarettes that goes for $10. I mean penny for penny, $400 or $500.
And that's it. You belong to somebody else then.
Yeah, I mean, ain't no. When you make that negotiation, you're his.
And there's nothing about it, right?
Yeah, however the fuck that's supposed to work. What God, I guess I missed the memo on that one, right?
You didn't
fucking my yours. You have lost your freaking mind talking about I'm your property. You have got.
You didn't read the small print, man.
I'm dying.
Drank something?
Oh my God.
I say how much you listen to me.
Hey man, that's some of that. That's some of that under the back porch get back shit, man.
Pretty good, man.
Yeah.
You got you coughing over there.
Yeah.
Look at my eyes.
I won't even
when,
see them.
and
No, what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my old lady, my old lady's in there with me, man. We talk about this kind of shit all the time.
that's cool, man. I mean, so hopefully she understands it. You know that you did a lot of.
I mean, I did a lot of time, and she's been through a lot of shit too. But I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I'm this way. You can't lie to me. I'm not the guy that you lie to. I'm the guy that you keep it real with, because then you can get anything I got. I'll do anything for you, go anywhere with you, ride anywhere with you.
Yeah, man. Just be straightforward with you.
Just keep it real. That's
Yeah,
all I ever want. I don't give
yeah.
a fuck what you're doing.
I done something right. I had one for 23 years until he died.
I mean, she was married. She had married for 23 years, and he passed away, right?
Yeah, long time.
So, I feel like I got a pretty steady one. You know what I'm saying? At least she settled down. Hell, I was buck wild all my fucking life. So,
I'd have done something right.
so,
It's time to enjoy your
but
life,
yeah,
man.
man. And that's what it's about. It's about putting that shit behind you. And everybody says they have PTSD or a few other things. And in some way, yeah. But I don't believe that's what it is. When you go through a trauma in life, right? Whether it's like me, the trauma was not being in prison, transitioning from here to there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it's a whole different world, man. It's like stepping in a whole nother damn world.
yeah. You know what's acceptable in there is not acceptable out here, and vice versa.
Right. And so I don't really call it like when you're traumatized. Okay, like me, I had a death. I ain't gonna put it out there. I'll just say I had a death happen to me years ago. It changed my life dramatically that day. It was a child, right? It
Yeah,
changed my life dramatically that day. And trauma, it don't make you have PTSD, but it'll make you not let go of things. Some things you just can't let go of.
yeah. It's
And
kind
to
of hard.
me, what these people are doing to these young guys in prison ain't no damn different than slavery was to me.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
I mean,
It's
it's
hor-
terrible.
it's horrible, man. I mean, I seen some where they come out infected. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah. I mean,
Or
it affects people. And it don't just affect people. Like, what affects me, it'll affect my family. And then it'll affect my family's best friends. And then it'll affect their friends' friends. And so on and so on. That whole cloud of folks that this shit here is affecting. Why is it necessary? Because it don't have to be this way.
no, it doesn't, man. I
I
mean,
mean,
everybody.
we choose to make it this way.
Yeah, everybody should be able to just do their time and go home.
They should. They should. And I blame that in part on the inmates and in part on the guards. Leave me alone. Let me do my time. I don't bother you. I'm gonna let you do your time.
So did you ever
I'm
run
gonna,
into anybody else that was in the documentary, man? Like that dude William Burnett. Did you ever run into him
I
ever
run
again?
into Burnett. I run into Burnett again at Staten. And as another boy, Sam Garrett. I run into him. There's another white boy, David Waters. I run into him years later. And I run into Danny Ward. I mean, if you stay in prison over many years like I did, it averages about every 3 years you're gonna transfer, right? Sometimes a year and a half. So you revolve around these prisons and you see the same fucking people over and over and over and over again, right?
You-
And, and what's sad is when you see them again 10 years later, they're still doing the same shit.
you never saw Mark again, man. After
Not
you
Right then and there was the first time I have saw Mark since then.
Been a long time then, huh,
Right
man?
now. It's been right now. This is the first time I have saw him since then.
And what happened to his arm, man? Did you ever know what happened to his arm?
I don't know, man. He walks like he's toting toolboxes, right? I don't know what the fuck happened to his arm. I think shit, I don't know. Ain't no
Was
telling what happened to him. He probably got hold of some gimp boy somewhere. I mean, I'm comical and kind of, kind of laugh at it because to me it's kind of funny, man.
Yeah, it is,
Why
man.
hash this shit out 20 years later if you denying all this shit? Why didn't you confront it right then?
And and and,
You
and,
wait
and
to hash it. I mean, you wait to the people that it was really involved, like Mandy and all them. They might be dead. Can't find them nowhere. Me, it took how long did it take you to find me?
took me a while, man.
And I wasn't even hiding.
Yeah.
That's just how I live my life now. I just don't get out there no more now, man. I go to work, I come home, buy me a little of that, do what I do, and I repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And where's you ever heard of Atmore prison?
Yeah, I've been to Atmore prison.
Because
It's actually Fountain Prison in Atmore, Alabama. But everybody calls it Atmore because that's ain't but two prisons down there, Atmore and Holman.
has Mark ever been there?
I ain't never seen him there, but now I was there. Oh man, it was like 99, 98, 99 when I was there, right? It's been a while.
So when did Mark when did Mark hit the system, man? When did he hit the out of prison system?
I want to say I hit the system in 92. I want to say he might have hit the system in 91.
Oh, so he hit it. How old was he when he
I
hit it?
can't remember. Okay, well, I've got a 17 number, and I can't remember if he had a six. If he might have had a 16 number, but he might have had an 18 number too, and I can't really remember. He was either a year before me or a year after me, one of the two.
I think he was 15 or 16, one of the two. I think I heard him
Yeah,
reference.
it was young. See, I don't know when he went to juvenile, but I know he was young when he went to juvenile. He went to Mount Meg juvenile, and he went to some boys' home. He'd been all through that shit.
So so
I
so
mean, you've been through been everywhere where they do that shit all day, every day.
so Mark went to juvenile first, then to prison.
Yeah, you go to juvenile. Like in the state of Alabama, when you go to court, if you're under 21 years of age, you can file under what's called a useful offender status. So you can go to Mount Meg boys home, juvenile, or whatever they sentence you to for a period of not more than 3 years, and your file is sealed. If you're ever convicted as an adult, they cannot go back and use that against you.
So
That's
so
what they do in Alabama.
the new case the case that Mark went to prison for, did he catch that as an adult or as a juvenile?
Yeah, I think he was like 17, and they tried him and found him as an adult, and they tried him as an adult and found him guilty.
Oh, okay. So he was
I think it
probably
was
already.
something like that.
And how was Atmore prison back during the 90s, man? Was it bad too?
Atmore prison really wasn't that bad, man. Atmore prison just a nasty, dirty, filthy old prison. I mean, that prison actually was built in 1941 for a POW camp for World War II. That's in part of the history.
Or that building's probably falling apart and everything.
Man, that motherfucker's pitiful. It's pitiful. There's
Oh,
dorms down there, and every single window's out. It ain't covered with nothing but plastic, and it's 17 degrees outside.
oh.
It's pitiful. Water stand a foot deep in the hallway if a fight bust.
Okay, Charles, right now,
Yeah.
we're going to the 40-minute mark right now, and I'm gonna end it, and